Come on, open up. There are things I need of you, things you may not understand and may not wish to do, but please, do not make the same mistakes I did. My father, Howard, deserted me before I was born. I could claim that the loss of my mother, and the letter I received after her funeral, blinded me to what I had to do. It would be a lie. Human nature sealed my downfall. My name is Philip. If we are lucky, then by the time you receive this, I will be dead. If fate frowns, we all perish. Hello everyone, and welcome to Penumbra Overture, one of my absolute most favorite games ever. I love it. Now, let me do a little bit of screwing around with the camera. I am still doing this off of camera before we actually start the game. I know I've been gone a lot longer than I said I would be. The trip didn't last longer or anything like that. I just really couldn't get around to starting anything. Yeah, I reinstalled this today. We're going to try to get part 1 at least recorded today. I may have to upload it tomorrow because it's already, let me check my watch, 10:17. Whole apartment is pitch black. I can't see if I look away from the screen. I hope my husband doesn't come home early and scare the crap out of me like he does sometimes. So, let's fiddle around with the options. Looks good, let's start. I'm going to have to play it on easy, because I have played this before. I got about maybe 2/3 of the way through, and I kept getting viciously murdered, and so I couldn't get anything else done, and I had to stop playing. So yeah, gotta put it on easy, and it's loading. The story began in February, year 2000. Don't know if you can read the text.
From my part in this, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made.
You should be able to hear it.
Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline.
I wonder if he's related to James or
His
Mary.
letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic past in which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his errand. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever taken. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Okay. It's already been 5 minutes, jeez. There are save points in this game if, I can't speak. There are save points in this game if no one didn't already know that. That is my webcam bar, and I cannot close it while I'm in the game, I don't think. Oh, well. I guess I should have done that beforehand. Come on. But yeah, there are save points. It doesn't automatically save. Oh god, that looks awful. What in the hell? Penumbra acid trip, I guess. Okay. Chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse and look at things with right mouse. Sorry, I had to adjust my little wrist glove thingy that doesn't really work. Okay. Fog closed in on us almost as soon as we left port. Haven't seen any landmarks for ages now. I don't know how they managed to navigate. I'd be as good as lost at sea if I was on my own. Not a thought worth thinking. Okay. What is this? Jake Daniels whiskey. Okay, let's throw it. Okay, yeah, the lighting effects are weird. Really weird. You can see the freaking polygons. God, this is bad. But I do love this game, and if you're still watching my videos, then it's clear at this point that you don't give two craps about quality, so. Oh look, more whiskey. Bah. Drinking's bad. I enjoy it. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? Should we be reading this? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing that they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said they were mostly out of season. Although if you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well on the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. Okay. Somewhere out there must be land and answers. Alright, so I'm looking at the camera. It seems like it's mostly clear. I mean, obvious polygon issues aside. You may be able to read the text. I'm not sure. I'll read it until I know for sure if you guys can read it on YouTube. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. Okay, well let's quit screwing around and actually get something done. Soup. Oh, it's good to have a notebook. I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. Okay. The way that the controls work are not great. In order to move things, I have to grab and then swing the mouse. Which is fine, except for when it comes to combat. There is combat, and I'm crap at it. No. Okay, I got a flashlight. There's a glow stick in the locker. And the keys in my inventory. Looks like dogs in a freaking backpack. Looks like dogs in a military helmet in there. Or no. Is that a woman? Looks like a drag queen. Ooh. Alright. Batteries. Batteries. That should be everything I need. I want to get going before it gets dark. Alright, off we go. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and new hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. So cold, don't know where I am, need shelter. And he wrote it down! Run and jump. We'll move faster, I think. Come on, don't freeze your nads off. Oh, shit. Come on. See what I mean about the controls? You're supposed to hold R while this happens. Come on. Oh! Freaking hate these controls. They're absolute cack. If I freeze to death out here, I'm gonna be angry. I can't move this fucking thing. This shit gave me trouble last time, too. Ugh! Come on! Oh my god! Jesus. 15 minutes. That's one challenge out of the way, I suppose. Did anyone else hear that strange howling, by the way? It certainly didn't sound like wind. Ow. Whispering. God, these graphics look awful. Jeez. There really is nothing I can do about that. I might have to fuck with the gamma, actually. Let me see something. Jeez. Alright, sorry about that. Just had to go and fuck with the game settings, which in the end didn't make a difference. Should have known that that rusty old ladder wouldn't hold my weight, but I didn't have any choice. I'd rather die down here than suffer the cold. Okay, that sounds, nice. At least we didn't fall down this hole. Looks like an anus. Heavy-looking wooden barrel, could be anything inside it. Okay, let's ignore the disco floor. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this place? Oh, a stick! We have a stick! Let's beat some stuff with it. What does that say? Blended well, beans and potatoes. Okay. What? Can I look at it? 24-hour ration pack. Long past its sell-by date. Well, yeah. Is that a... Okay, it's a lid. I thought it was like a steak. Hammers! I will not make a hammer time joke. I can swing the hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right, and then follow through by pushing left. I reckon if I hold down right after the backswing, I should still be able to look around. Okay. I hate these controls. They're absolute cack. How do you throw things? Bah! Disco floor. Wow! This one will be a little bit longer because I still have yet to find. I've yet to find a save point, so once I do, I'll probably call the episode there. Can't move if you're standing in front of it, smart one. It looks pretty soft. I can't pull on it. Okay. Let's use our hammer. We'll put that in slot number 1. Okay. Let's exit inventory. I keep pushing E because I'm so used to flipping Minecraft. It's hammer time. Oh, I said I wouldn't make one of those jokes. I'm sorry. Okay, I have to crouch with control. Just to clear something up, these blue lines do not mean I'm going crazy. Do not mean I am sensing enemies. Doesn't have anything to do with any of that. Oh. What's back here? Ooh. I don't think I want to be back here yet. Did I get lost already? Anyway, I forget entirely what I was saying. Okay, obviously I'm supposed to go in here. Oh, I have to frickin' put my hammer away before I can move things. Disco floor. Okay, scary noise. Let's focus. Looks like there's an industrial mechanism and a hole in the center. Okay. Then let's put the stick in the hole. Okay, that achieved something. And do we go forward? Oh. Okay, I need to turn it all the way. Alright, whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society, my voice cracked, I'm sorry, is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers. All there if something goes wrong. Part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing that anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Basically, you're scared. He took 2 paragraphs to say he was scared. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. I'm trapped. I need to get out. Shit. Ooh. I just heard a sound. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'll be best off staying low and out of sight, drinking some water. Until I know whether or not it is a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me a chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. That's what I was talking about before I got lost in the tunnel. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better to shut off any light sources, though. Alright, so basically, you can fight, but you don't want to. My best bet is to hide for a couple of seconds or so, perfectly still, and then make me properly hidden. Okay. Don't bank. Like, that'll be virtually invisible. I can get my night vision back, provided I stay still. Okay. I forgot how tense this is. And there are dogs down here. The place must be old if they were still using paraffin lamps. Looks like there's still some juice left. I don't have a lighter. I don't have a lighter. Alright, well, let's go. If I remember correctly, there actually is something over this way. This is where we are. So let's go to the office. Yeah, let's go to the office. Let's get our hammer back out just in case. Oh, no disco floor? Okay. I guess I should be paying attention. Oh, there it is! Disco floor! Okay, that's the storage room. Office, workshop, office. Alright. And I'm fairly positive there is a save point in here. Which, if there is, I'm going to make good use of it because it's been almost 30 minutes. Let's explore the room first, just to make it up to 30. Excuse me. Chair! Screw you, Mr. Chair. Blah! Oh, why are you so mean? Philip, you must be strong as hell, because typewriters are not light. I've got one and it weighs nearly 35 pounds. Dropped one on my fingernail once and nearly lost it. The fingernail. What's this, soap? Beef jerky, okay. I think I can use that to distract the, things. Flour I won't use. Loads and loads of papers. That's locked. First thing I figured out about a game like this is you always open bottom to top. Painkillers, stop the death. Because yeah, if you open them top to bottom, you have to reclose them, which is annoying. And if you leave them open, you know you've already searched them. That's something I see a lot of people who play this game do. You know, and Amnesia. People who play Amnesia do the same thing. They'll do it backwards. It's just slightly annoying. Batteries. Nothing in there. If there was anything in here, I wouldn't be able to see it, so I don't know why I bother. Chair, get out of the way! Oh. What if it had gotten stuck in the ceiling? That'd be so funny. Light! I miss being outside already. This place is starting to get to me. But even if I could reach that grate, it looks like it was built into the rock itself. No way it's coming loose. Okay. Dude, it's only been like 15 minutes. Unless I missed something. Note. Copenhagen Post, Monday, 17th of August, 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of the death mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen, or Hagen, have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. I'm out of water. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that, even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, as at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed, in many of the mines, symptoms in common with the earliest stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH 4... I think my camera cut off. So it only takes 30 minutes at a time. Good to know. On further investigation, experts diagnosed, in many of the mines, symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH 4 formula, recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits, known as the Turngat, live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. And we got a teeny key. And a book. God, how long is this going to be? Alright, that's not that long. 15th August 1945. Command Bunker Emergency Airstrip Zulu Weekly Reports. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. The font's a little hard to read since it's so low quality. Routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance to be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop/armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this, in that I allowed them access to the demolitions we managed to keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in the chest in my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected, sometimes I feel as if this war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. Supplies requisition order. Dynamite for excavation purposes. 7 bayonets. Not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states we should have a full complement, I think. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7C, in order for myself. My glasses are in a rather poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified. If I put my head down, I can see it. Being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find. An artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later in the evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made, and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. I found a weird thing. Let's poke it with a stick. Are you the doctor? Alright, this one I think I'll have to put up in 2 parts. Because I don't think anyone's going to want to sit and watch a 35-minute video. Backstrin. Okay. Let's open up that teeny little chest first, and then we'll save and call it a day. Inventory. Little key. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. I am not reading all of this. There are 5 pages, and I think we'll only need 1 or 2 of them. So, because my voice is already starting to ache, let's save. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know. This man before me is Howard. I call him Father. Ugh, what the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Alright. We are going to end it there. And there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Itchy. I hope that the terrible graphics and disco furniture and floors haven't been too distracting. But yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this playthrough. It's one of my favorite games, and I do plan on doing the 2 Amnesias, 3 really, Justine, Dark Descent, and Machine for Pigs. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to run them on this PC. We are working on building a better one for me to use. So, with that, thank you very much for watching. Bye.